Hello everyone. Today, I'm having my morning coffee. I'll say a few words about something that I suppose most of the people who know me know about this because uh, I spend most of my time thinking about stuff like that, and this is a question, the question of the free will, if it exists. Uh, that is on my mind nearly every day, probably the last 30 years or so. And why I'm talking about it today? Because I've seen a video in YouTube. There is a woman called Zabina Hossan Felder or something like that. She's a physicist, very intelligent, and she explains much better the stuff uh, which I'm thinking, but I can't really formulate so well. The free will, so basically, I never thought that it exists for one reason or another, and mostly because of the laws of the nature. It's the determinism, how it works. So it's, um, we are made of particles, elementary particles, molecules. They're made of atoms. The atoms are made of smaller particles, and you get to the quarks and gluons, and that's about it. About 25, I think, of these particles, and each of them has its properties, positions, and so on. So it's more a little bit like if we toss a coin with enough calculations and knowledge, all forces that we apply to the coin, gravity, weight, speed, air resistance, and so on, will allow us to know in every moment in the future where exactly and in what position that coin would be. And more or less this is true for all particles. If we know all properties on each particle in each given moment, we can calculate in each moment in the future where they will be and what will happen, and we are made of particles, and the process of thinking is essentially a chemical, physical reaction and process, and it's in that line of thought, it's already determined what will happen, what exactly we're going to think, and so on. So there is the quantum theory, which doesn't agree with this. It says that there are quantum jumps, and according to Zabina, this is not true, but it doesn't matter really, because these jumps and things that the particles are doing are random, and we can't really influence them, and so it doesn't really change this, that whatever happen, each particle in our body, in our brain, will do what it will do, regardless of what we are trying to do. So this doesn't really affect me either. As she said, I will link the video. It's something I can't calculate. So for me, it on the practical side, it may not even exist such a thing as this set in stone future. Maybe one implication is that there is a set in stone future, that it's just like the past. It will happen exactly as it should happen, and we can't change in any way, and nothing will change it. And that is the multiple futures, and we don't know exactly which will happen, but still it's random which one exactly will happen, and it doesn't really matter. So in the everyday life, how it affects me, and how I think it affects and people and everything else, it doesn't. As I said, I can't calculate, nobody can, so I may as well not know what will happen, and it was like that always, and I don't think it changes anything. If somebody is getting depressed by this and has problems, yeah, it's psychological problem. I don't think it affects anything. So this for my friends, for the real life friends which are watching this channel, go and watch the Zabina's video, to which I'll post the link below. Okay, thanks for watching, and see you soon.